Today we're going to look at the Pastoral Tarot. And this deck is by, who's this one by? The publisher is US Games System. And it's actually an interesting deck. And I really like how you resonate with it across the different elements, as well as the major cards as well. The box is extremely thick and very well made. And the artist on this deck was Lynn Araujo, I think. Or that's a person, yeah. And the illustrated by Lisa Hunt. So you see right there. And when you open the box up, it's actually really a beautiful box. It's a keepsake. You can hand this down to family members or the people or give it as a gift. It says that homespun wisdom and farm to table insights. And actually, that's what this deck is all about. Nice little ribbon. And all these elements were in the actual box. I want to take them out beforehand. I have used the deck a couple times, but I figured, you know what, now's the time to actually share it with all of you lovely people. And so if this is your first time here, welcome. You were meant to see this. And for all my followers, thank you so much, because without you, Words with a Twist Tarot would not exist. Anyway, let's continue. Also, you get this nice little bag to put your cards in if you want to. Right? Nice little imprint on there. You can see. And the guidebook is actually very interesting as well. It's actually pretty thick, as you can see right here. So it's almost like a volume. Tons of good information about the deck, and the illustrations are also really nice because they give you, which was in color, but they give you a black and white rendition of each of the card. And then they tell you what that is about in a read, and also a little background on it, you know, for the Fool and whatnot. Let's see, is there any spreads in this deck? Let's go to the back and see. Yes, there are. So then in the back of the deck here, you also have a couple spreads that you can do. Home is where the heart is spread. That's interesting. Where I currently reside, where is keeping me here. This is always be in my heart, and so forth. You have the stepping stone spread. What else we got in here? I haven't even looked at this guidebook, to be honest with you. And that's a little bit of meditation reading there to resonate with the deck more. And then also what was behind creating the art for this deck. And again, and there is the artist behind this deck. And then the author. All right. And again, if you want to copy this deck, it is from US Games System Incorporated. I will put a link down below in the description. And if you want to purchase it, you can. Again, I pay for this out of my own pocket, so I don't get anything from it. Now, if you order from Amazon, I will get a little bit of a kickback with their affiliate program. Other than that, if you order from US Games, I don't get anything. And actually, to be honest with you, I prefer you order from US Games, not Amazon. And why do I say that? Because sadly enough, when I've been ordering decks from Amazon lately, the cards have been shipped in paper bags, literally paper bags, and the cards are damaged. And I've actually had to call a couple times to have the cards returned, which they did, but still just a headache, right? Then another deck I ordered, I looked around this deck for a long time. I had to return that because it was used. I opened the box up and the inside was damaged. And I remember correctly, there was no guidebook either. So I ordered it again from Barnes & Noble, the same deck, and it came in perfect condition in a box, which I expect, with the guidebook. So that's how I kind of know that the deck I got from Amazon wasn't brand new. And lately I'm kind of seeing a lot of problems with their shipping. So I'm only speaking out because I don't want to see you have to go through the same headache I had to, especially when you want to get a deck, you look forward to getting it, and then it's damaged. You got to return it. And plus, I don't want a deck that's being used or potentially used. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started looking at the actual cards. So this is the back of the deck, and I have it sideways because that's how the cards are printed. You can do reversals or uprights, whatever you prefer. And I've already put the cards in order so we can look at them. This other way here. And we're going to start with the major arcana. I also moved the camera down, and if you like that, please let me know in the comments. I figured it was way too high before, so I tried to drop it so I don't have as much real estate, but at least you can see the cards better. So let's go ahead and get the major arcana set aside here. Then we'll go through the minors in the order of the elements, which is fire, which are the wands. And then we have the cups, which are emotions. Let's put these here. There'll be the swords, which is the mind. So where we go? That one, then this one. And then pentacles, which is the earth, because that's what you ground the elements to, right? Because the earth is what plays out all these different emotions and feelings. All right. And of course, the major arcana, as I said many times, is more on the spiritual plane. It's not so much on the earthly, while it does play into, because a lot of the decisions you have to make in life to come up with that, it's really more about that soul searching connection. All right, these over a little bit more. Okay, hope you can see these well. So to get started, this is the Fool, the 0. It's actually quite a lovely card. After the Fool, we have the Magician. I tell you something, this card's amazing, because what does a Fool do? What does the Magician do? The Magician does create. And what's the one about? The one's about potential and possibilities. Also, the Magician's what? About awareness. And what does the painter do? It has to be aware of his surroundings in order to paint that scene. That's a great rendition of the Magician. After that, we go to the High Priestess, which is a 2. And this is all around mystery. She sits in her fields, observes, and contemplates. Beautiful card. Next is the Empress, which is the 3. And this is about creativity normally. And the butterflies are about transformation. That's a really cool card. The Emperor is the 4. I love the rams right there. And the bird in the back. You have the shepherd. Leadership, he leads his flock. With the bird high above to help him see. Really cool. The Hierophant, the teacher, which is guidance. That's the Hierophant. The Lovers, duality. The 6, with the dog. The dog, the domesticated nature of man. That is, I just caught that on just now, because in the Fool, most tarot decks have the dog as well. His little companion to walk him through, but it's more the domesticated side, not the wild side, which is the wolf. So you can see that here you have the Lover's card again, the duality. It's really cool. Then you have the Chariot. Strength. Beautiful. The Hermit. Solace, out of the wilderness, alone. Seeking your inner self. That's an awesome rendition of the Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. The Eagle right there. What a beautiful card. Justice. Fair and balanced scales. Take what you need, pay what you can. You see that? How awesome would that be of how our society was today? Take what you need, pay what you can. The problem is most people who could afford wouldn't pay. So therefore, there's no justice, is there? I'm not going to get political here, I promise. So that's the 11. Then we have the Hanged Man. Oh, isn't that cool? Just daydreaming. See, normally it's all about self-sacrifice or something of that nature, or looking at things in a different perspective. I look at this more about just taking life in and not having a care in the world. What a cool rendition, a different way of thinking about the Hangman, the 12. Then we have Death, the Cemetery. Wow. Temperance, balance, or inspiration. The Devil. What's the devil all about? Well, a wolf in sheep's clothing. You see the guy back there, way back here, just sitting. I don't think he realized there's a wolf and there is flock. Next is a tower, a sudden change. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel that card. Then the star. That's a happy card. At the star, you have the moon with the wolf and the dog. That's the domesticated and the undomesticated side of man. What's in the foreground there? Little frog. That's cool. The sun. That's a really great rendition of the sun. Very happy. See a little songbird there on the right side, right up here. It's a great card. Judgment, the 20. Almost like she got baptized or something. The calling. That's an interesting rendition as well. The people observing, overseeing the event take place. But she had to take it because she felt the calling to do so. Are you feeling these cards? Drop me a comment. What are you feeling about these cards? How do you feel? I keep hitting this mic and I apologize if it's making a weird noise. Then we have the world. How cool is that? On a swing, just not giving a care in the world, completely at peace, relaxation, out in the wilderness, just doing your thing. That's awesome. All right, now we're going to go into the minor arcana, and we're going to start with the wands, which is the fire. Now, also, the back of the cards look like this. I haven't showed you before. And the cards are actually quite thick. You can see that? So they'll hold up for a very long time. So US Games has really great stock. Really, really lovely. So we're going to begin with the Ace of Wands. This is a really great card. Wow, the cat and the butterfly. Butterflies are all about transformation and potential. The Two of Wands. The 3. That's cool. The 4. Happy times. Celebration. The 5. The 6 of Wands. Victory. The 7. Oh, this is great. Reminds me of the Depression. Oh, yeah. You fight for your rights. You have to do that. The 8. The 9. The 10. The burden. He doesn't give it to the donkey, does he? He carries himself. He won't delegate that. He wants to carry the burden himself. Isn't that the downfall of a lot of us? We end up taking on too much and wondering why we're always burnt out and tired, because we don't learn to let others help us. He won't let his animal help him. Next is the Page of Wands. Exploration. Yeah. Wants to get out there. The Knight of Wands, ready to round them up. You feel the movement in that horse too? What a great card. The Queen of Wands. Oh, that's lovely. And then the King of Wands. His little companion. Help him tend to the sheep, the flock here in the back. The King overseas. These are really amazing cards. I'm impressed. I haven't really looked at them like this much in detail before, so now that I am, I'm really, really impressed. All right, US Games, great, great deck. Okay, next we're going to go to the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. The Two of Cups. The holy matrimony, a celebration, a ceremony. The bird, the dove. Amazing illustrations in this deck. The Three of Cups. The 4. Look at that. Refuses to put the flowers back in the 1, even though they have 3 beautiful pots with flowers in them. The 4th one, they're just not having it. The 5. That's great. Uh-oh. Spilt the milk. The 6. Oh, sharing memories. Isn't that great? That's great. The 7. Which bucket will I use to help me build this? Decisions. That is awesome. And look at the clouds. I just noticed that. Look in the clouds. You see the fish right there? And then the building? The seahorse and the tortoise or a sea turtle all in the clouds. That's amazing. The 8 of Cups. Closer. The 9 of Cups. Oh, this is great. This is the 10 of Cups. Oh, what a wonderful card. The family harvesting together. Everybody's just so happy. It kind of reminds me of Norman Rockwell a little bit. The Page of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Oh, this is awesome. Just relaxing, chilling. No hurry. Nothing but good vibes. The Queen of Cups. Sitting by the riverbank. What's she holding in her hand right there? A seashell or something? Or a shell? Yeah, it's a seashell. That's the sea here in the background. See all the background here? That's the sea. And then we have the King of Cups. He is just chilling out there with his lighthouse in the background. With his ship in the background. That's the Cups. Emotions. Well done. Now we're going to go to the Ace, which is all about the mind. So we're going to start with the Ace of Swords. The 2 of Swords. Which rabbit does she chase after? Or which flower does she pick? She can't make up her mind. The 3. You see how you can see it here more so than the Rider-Waite deck. I keep saying this. This isn't about heartbreak per se. It's about mental anguish. Something catastrophic has happened where it does hurt emotion, but this is an air card. So this is a mind card. This is the swords, and it's piercing your mind, which pierces your soul. The more I think about it, I think that's the reason why they use a heart in the 3 of Swords cards traditionally. But as you look more and more in this, you can feel that pain that she has, something heavy on her mind that's weighing her down. Also, the snake right there. I just noticed that too. Can you see it? Are those eggs? Yeah. It's a very interesting, detailed card. The 4 of Swords, he's just chilling out. After working in the fields with his little hoe right there. The 5. Oh, yeah, the birds are fighting. Then we have the 6. That's a nice one. Then the 7. The 8. Oh, man. All she has to do is move. Look at the barbed wire. She's not really stuck in it. She's in back of it. Her arm is through it. The forward arm right here. Right there, that arm right there is in it. But she's not trapped in it. Her other arm's hanging over it. So all she has to do is just get up and walk back on that path, but she won't. That's a really cool rendition. The 9. Heavily on your mind. Can't sleep, just thinking. The 10. You can't see all the good around you. Instead, you focus on the one little thing right there. Even the birds are like, what are you doing? Come on, man. Snap out of it. You're fine. Then we have the Page of Sword. Oh, yeah, archery. Ready to shoot. The Knight of Swords. That's really cool. The Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah, wants to play chess. Mind game. The transformation with the butterflies in the background. That's cool. Then the King of Swords. All right. Now we're going to move into the Ace of Pentacles. The Pentacle suit. The Ace of Pentacles. That's cool. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. You notice this card how she's just kind of looking ahead, ignoring everything around her and just tiptoeing across those pebbles. She's a little bit uncertain and she's wants to make sure she keeps her balance. She doesn't drop her eggs, but she's not really looking at everything around her. 3. Oh, that's cool. The 4. The 5. You notice how it's an older person push a younger person? That's interesting. That would be struggle, wouldn't it? Because you're older, also not in the best of health, having to push somebody younger through the snow in a wheelchair, mind you. The 6. The 7. The 8. The 9. That's cool. The 9. The 10. That's a great rendition of the 10. The puppies. The fields of pumpkins harvested. They have to now go back to reharvest again for the next season. Everybody's so happy. The Page. This is really nice. Feminine energy in this one. The Knight. Slow move on a donkey. You notice other ones are horses. Here's on a donkey because the Knight is a slow moving card. A seeker of wealth, a seeker of fortune, a seeker of earthly matters. But it's fire energy still, even those pentacles. The Queen. And lastly, the King of Pentacles. Okay. Now, to kind of see how this deck shuffles, let's just see. Not bad. I do not do the bridge shuffle, so I don't want to damage my cards. They seem to shuffle pretty nice. Yeah. Overhand shuffle is nice and smooth as well. What card do we get? The 9 of Wands. That's interesting. Look at that. I can look at these cards all day. They're really a work of art. You can actually frame these and hang them on your wall in a little 3x, like what size are these? 3x5 or something? Or 4x6? Little 5x7 frame with a mat. They're really just amazing, amazing cards. Anyway, if you enjoyed this deck review of the Pastoral Tarot, please drop a comment below and let me know. If this resonates with you and you want to buy it, give it a like. I'll shoot the link in the description below. And again, until next time, thank you for watching this video with me, Kev. All right, bye everyone.